Hello, my beautiful Earth Soul family. You've got Janae on the channel. Welcome in. Um, so this message just kind of hit me as I was out and about in my day. And I was like, man, I'm going to have to go ahead and record that. So here we are, me being obedient. Um, don't let the hair distract you. I did not cut it. They're on rods, little pipe cleaners. I'm getting some curls. I got an event coming up this week with my work. So we're rocking a cute little locked bob for the moment. But so a lot of stuff has been coming through, especially in my life currently. And this is the journey to self-love, unconditional self-love. And I have been presented with many situations, opportunities, and pathways, so to speak. And it brought me to the topic of values. And so the message that I heard was, does your path and actions align with your values? And that is speaking so strong to me these days. And when you're living this life and you're walking this path, you are going to be presented with so many different options, opportunities, um, situations, and you have to decide, does this align with the person that I'm trying to be, the person I want to be, the person that I'm currently embodying? And, we always talk about energy and high vibrations and being a high vibrational being. And in a lot of those situations, you will be presented with many different opportunities. Are we going to take the high road? Or are we going to take a lower road? Are we going to take a path that looks easier because it doesn't challenge us as beings? Or are we going to take the higher road that may take longer, be more tumultuous, may take more work to put in, but with a greater outcome and something you can be proud of at the end of the day? Um, and like I say, who do you want to be? What person do you want to be at the end of the day? So, do does your path, does your journey, do your actions align with your values? And you may be saying, what values? Well, maybe that is the question you need to be asking yourself. What are your values? What do you hold sacred? What is important to you? How do you want to be looked at in the eyes of the world and yourself, more importantly? And those of you who have little ones looking up to you, what do you want them to say about you at the end of the day? What type of person do you want to raise? Who do you want your child to see you being in the world for them to embody one day? And so, again, like examples and situations, this could come through as a job opportunity. You may be looking into moving into a new job sphere, or a promotion or a complete change, and you have options of the type of job. Is this job have a lot of money, but maybe I'm not going to be happy there? I don't like what the people align with, what they agree with, but I make a lot of money. I don't like what they do. I don't like the people that they are. I don't like what they stand for, but I make a lot of money. Or another place where maybe I don't make as much money and maybe I may struggle for a bit, but I'm happy there. I like the people. I like with the principles and values they align with. I'm proud of who I am at the end of the day. It could be a relationship. It could be a person. It could be somebody where you love them. but maybe they're choosing a different road and path in life, and they may not want to change. Maybe they don't want to be better, or maybe they don't know how to be better and they just choose to not do the work and stay stuck. Um, Maybe they're fearful. Maybe they like to live a life of chaos or unscrupulous behavior. Maybe they like the people around them. Maybe they don't. And it's, maybe they don't, but they choose to stay there because it's comfort. Is that something you want to align yourself with? Is that a person you want to align yourself with? Is that because when you come together with another person, you're aligning your path, you're aligning your values and your principles with that person and the choices that they choose to make in life as well. And that's a hard thing to realize, because although you understand that you're two different people and this person has to make their own decisions in life, but how are those decisions going to affect you, your family, your livelihood, your principles? How is it going to affect your daily emotions, your thought processes, who you're trying to be? And there are different degrees of that, of course, and there are things that you can work on to a point, but at the depth and soul of this person, is this something that at the end of the day you can sit back and be proud of? Is this something that you can speak fondly of and tell people about and say, oh, this is this, or this? Are you going to be ashamed and embarrassed because it doesn't embody who you are as a person? Will it make people question who you are? Will it make you question who you are? What type of friend groups are you choosing to be in? Are they people who align with your character and your values? Are they good, well-rounded people? Do they have some common sense? As you know, I say common sense isn't so common. It's a gift. So, do these people move in loving, actionable steps? Do they have scruples? Are they high vibrational beings? Are these low vibrational people? Do they make you go into energies and behaviors and places and things that don't align with who you're trying to be, what you want to be? Do you feel pressured to do more of these things? Because I say you are known by the company that you keep. Is that company aligned with who you are, who you're trying to be, or who you want to be? And in those examples, job, relationship, friendship, life situations, everyday choices, are you upholding your values? Are you proud of the person that you are, the person you're becoming, the path that you're walking? And as you're walking this path of self-love, realizing that self-love is also a part of choosing the people that are around you, the things that are around you, and the choices that you're making. Unconditional self-love, this journey, this path, isn't just about feeling your best, but it's also about being your best and accepting the best, allowing the best, knowing that you are trying to move to a bigger and better place. And in that moving, it takes a lot of work. You have to constantly check yourself, think about the things that you're doing and aligning with, and who or what is coming along in that journey. and how it can stifle your growth. Either it can help build you up or help break you down because you're aligning with that energy. You're aligning with that energy, whether it is love and trust and greatness and positivity and enlightenment and all around growth, or is it a downward spiral? Is it shame and pain and hurt? Addictions, whether good or bad, because addictions can be both. Um, we can be addicted to a myriad of things, I've come to find. But are you being addicted to wanting to be helpful, wanting to grow, wanting to learn more and be knowledgeable and gain enlightenment? Or are you going in the opposite and going into a negative place where you're being pulled into low vibrational activities, where you are hearing negativity, doing, being, embodying, allowing it into your energetic space? And so in this, I want you to sit and think or journal. I don't have my baby with me right now. But it's all in here. It's all in here, deep, deep down the recesses of my beautiful mind. And Divine is always with me, so being led and guided. But in this process, I need you to sit and really think about your values. What do you hold dear? Sorry, this piece is bothering me. What do you hold dear in your life? If you were to sit and think about the top 3 things in your life, what are the top 3 things in your life that you spend the most time thinking about and or doing? And then think, are those things aligning with who I'm trying to be, what I'm trying to do, where I want to go in life? Is this what I want to be a representation of me? And so let's take the moment to take a nice, sharp, non-judgmental, but loving, honest, focused look at ourselves. In a daily basis, what are we putting into ourselves? What are we allowing into our beings? This body, this avatar is a vessel here that you have to take care of, you have to nurture. And that doesn't just mean in the physical sense. That means in the mental, in your spiritual, in your soul. What is it that you're allowing into that space? And how is it affecting you? So as you start to think about the things that you value, even if you need to break them down, like I just broke down relationship, friendship, even family dynamics, just because they're blood doesn't mean that they are allowed a seat at your table. Are they creating more pain and turmoil? Are they causing you to backslide? Are they causing you to revert? Are they creating more trauma? Well, then, as you know, we're going to hold a boundary. My get back, you don't know me like that. That is my beautiful little phrase that I took from my song. And that goes all across the board. You have to be able to hold that boundary for yourself. That's self-love, by saying, I love myself enough to say, this isn't good for me. And although I have such a love and adoration and care for you, I'm going to have to put a boundary on the places and the spots that I allow you to have in my life, because it is affecting me in a negative way. It is causing me to have issue within my inner being. I don't like the person I am with you. I don't like the person that you are. And it is your journey and is your job to do the work and decide to do the work on yourself. And there's no pressure there. But if you choose not to do it, then in the love that I have for myself, and frankly, for you, because when you love yourself, you can love other people wholly and completely, then you can say, I can hold space for you. I can hold space for you from a loving place in the event that you choose to get it together or do what you need to do. But that doesn't mean that my life stops. That doesn't mean that I chain myself to your destiny, because mine is going a different way. And I do hope that one day our paths cross. But if they do not, and they do not align, well, then that I have to accept, and so do you. It's not ultimatums, because no one's giving any ultimatums. But we give choices. There are choices. Everything in life is a choice. Even when you're driving, there are multiple choices. Are we going to use our blinkers and care about other people? Are we going to pay attention to traffic lights and stops? Are we going to follow the rules of the law of the road? Yes, we have choices. I know it's law, and everybody's supposed to be doing it, whether it's following the speed limit, stopping at stop signs, putting blinkers and signals on. But not everybody does it. Is that selfish choice? Mm-hmm. Is it rude? Mm-hmm. But we all have choices. And it may seem you don't, because but that's what we're supposed to be doing. Well, the same thing goes for life. Who are you trying to be? We all have choices. And it's clearly mapped out what choices are the best, most high vibrational choices for us. But we don't always make the best choices. And sometimes it comes from selfish places. It comes from ego, which is one of the things you're supposed to be dealing with, is your ego, tempering that and getting it under control and dealing with your shadow. Because what ego will do every single time is make you lose the most beautiful, radiant things that are supposed to be in your life that you couldn't hold space for because there was none. Because all the space was being taken up by your ego, by your shadow, by your unhealed self, by your superficial notions. Those things that we choose to look at, the material things and the superficial things in the world that we choose to put above our higher selves, our better parts of us. And so once we look at our values, I said top 3, maybe we can even go to 5. If you want to break them down into categories and put the top 3, do that. Don't overwhelm yourselves with the tops of anything. Try to stay at 3. That's a good solid number. There's only so many things that you can do in your day. And I tell you that this growth is about small, actionable steps daily. So to not overwhelm yourself, it makes sense to break them down. Top 3 sounds feasible, right? And so when you're doing that, this is when I say do some journal work. And sometimes it's good to see that on paper. Write down your top 3s. How important are those things to you? How do they sit in the hierarchy of your life and in your mind, in your heart space? Which way do you categorize those things, people, place, and thing? And then out beside that, put what that thing currently is embodying. What is it representing? What values is it supporting? And really take the time to jot those things down. Really take the time to sit and meditate and look at those things. Because as you look at those things, you're getting a deeper look at yourself. If your top 3 things aren't so good, well, then that may be speaking to a greater issue of your character. That may be speaking to some shadow aspects that you need to deal with. That may be speaking to something that spirit is going, hey, how about you come over here and look at some of this? uh, is it bringing you strife and pain and hurt? Is it causing issue in your life? Well, then why is it your top 3? Why haven't you dealt with it? Why is it even still on your list? And then why are you holding space for something that's low vibrational and not raising you to your best place and your highest standard? Why are you accepting that for yourself? Why are you accepting crumbs? And then when you think, I'm accepting crumbs, well, am I being crumbs? Is that what I'm giving out into the universe, into the world, into other people? Am I breadcrumbing people because I feel like I'm getting crumbs? Maybe that's why I do the things that I do, because people do it to me. And those are the people that I allow in my life. So maybe that's why I am who I am. Oh, enlightenment. And again, my channel is not about judgment or making you feel like a bad person or less than, but making you, I'm an energetic mirror, making you turn that mirror to yourself and look. And if you don't like what you see looking back at you, oh, confirmation stomach. That confirmation growl, my stomach said, yes, girl. Then it's time for you to change it. If you don't, and I say this all the time to my girls at the shop, and I tell it to people all the time, if you don't like the truth, then change it. The truth is the truth. Don't be afraid to look at it because it's unsavory. Don't be afraid to look at it because skeletons are going to fall out of your closet. If skeletons are just flying out of your closet when you open it, well, guess what that means? It's time for spring cleaning. And what a better time to do that during the few weeks before the spring equinox. See, Spirit knew what it was doing when it sent me here to y'all today in my off time. Spirit was like, girl, give them this message. And I'm not even dropping it today. I'll see y'all Sunday. But it was such an energy to get this out. And I understand that a lot of people are struggling with moving on to this first season. My last message was talking about you deserve a break. And you know, as we're cleaning up and we're cracking open the blinds, going into the spring, letting the sun shine in, cleaning out the dust that has settled, cleaning up old things, packing up winter clothes, and pulling out our shorts and getting some sun on them pale legs. What we're doing is we're cleaning out the old to make space for the new, right? That's what happens in the seasons. Fall comes in and drops all the beautiful leaves and it's shedding of the old. Winter comes in and everything is just set quiet and settled. There's nothing growing. It's like a death, but just like in death, there's life. It's a rebirth. An ending is a beginning. Where there's dark, there is light. Where there's start, there is stop. One cannot exist without the other. So we have to appreciate both seasons. Yes, it may be cold and dreary, but there's beautiful in the winter, because that means it's the beginning before the cracking open of the new. This is when we start to see the birds out fluttering and the bugs, which I am not excited about, let me just say, starting to come on up. When the beautiful flowers are starting to spring. And even with those beautiful flowers springing up, well, what negative comes with that? Pollen. Duality. But we understand that you need that for growth. You need the pollen so that something can grow, right? You need the bugs to pollinate the flowers. I got to take them. And if I want sunshine and I want life and air and warmth, well, there's other things that come with that. right? And we want to make room for the light and the warmth and the pollination to begin. We have to clear out the old leaves that fell in the season before it. We have to clear off the sticks and the twigs that are laying dead and dormant and laying on top of these beautiful seeds that were planted that are going to come up and sprout, right? So, since we're doing that, we have to look at ourselves. And we can't be afraid to look at ourselves, because this entire journey, you are never going to stop looking at yourself. You are never going to stop evaluating where you are, where you've come from. I just said in the last message, I was led to look back at old. And I believe and understand now that was to make new. That's to make room, make room for the new. I have to see what I've come through to truly appreciate where I'm going. So many times we get stuck in a place where we're, woe is me, and this is so awful, and I hate this place I'm in, or I don't like how I'm feeling right now. But we don't stop to look at the journey we've already taken, what we've already gotten ourselves out of, the work that we've done, and appreciate and just go, man, I'm so grateful, because I may be a little upset now, but look what I've come out of. Look what I've made it through already. Be proud of the steps you've taken and the successes that you've made so far. You've come a long way. That is something to celebrate. So celebrate that. Clear open and make new for new victories as you start to examine your position, your life, the things that you have allowing, and doing. Where are you trying to go in this next season of growth? Who are you trying to be? What do you want to see this year? Let me tell you, this year's going by fast. It is about, when I drop this message, we're going to be in the first week of March. Okay? Which is only a few days from when I want to drop this message. But so January and February are already done in 2025. Can y'all believe that? Watch. I'm going to say right now, because y'all going to be like, girl, before we know it, I'm going to be sitting here talking to you about Christmas again. The cycle has already gone by. And when we get to the end of the year and we look back to just this message now, don't you want to be able to say in your new winter season, man, I'm so glad that Janae told me to look at my life and stop and evaluate my values and my position so that I could start to make my way to where I am now when December comes around. That I took the time to evaluate my path and my structure and my steps, and that I enjoyed it the whole way. Sometimes you don't enjoy what's happening, but be grateful for the lesson, because in it you will grow. In it you will find your divinity. In it you will sprout like that concrete rose that I've talked about in my other message. If you haven't heard it, guess what you need to go do, Earth Soul family? Go listen to it. So guys, today I come to you with encouragement to take a deep look inside. Look at where you've been, who you are currently, where you want to be, where you want to go. And are your current structures, path, do they align with your values? Do they align with the future that you want to see? And are you being the person that you needed in your life? Ooh, I know that hit somebody, because I felt that. One thing I constantly hear is be the person that you needed in your life. And you'll be aligning with your right path. Be the person you needed. Be there for somebody else. Maybe that's your calling, to be that beacon of light for others. I never would have thought a year ago that I'd be sitting here talking to y'all on this channel, sending my high vibrational love and energy and trying to help bring you on the path. Did not. I did not. There was a time where I didn't know if I was going to make it anyway. So much hurt and betrayal and just chaos hit my life. And I just kept saying, what in the world did I do? What did I align myself with? And see, at that time, there wasn't anybody telling me that. There wasn't somebody saying, here's the journey, here's the path. What are your values? And had I had that, maybe I would have been able to stop at that time and say, you clearly don't align with my values. And when it took so long or so many missteps, it wouldn't have took so many knives in the back, some in the front, for me to finally go, I deserve better than this. I require more than this. But guess where I am now? Here, requiring more and expecting that for you guys too. Leading the charge, hoping that you all find your love, your light, your divinity, your soul purpose and path, and that it is bringing you healing and enlightenment and high vibrational gifts. So my Earth Soul family, does your path and actions align with your values? If not, you got some work to do. And if they do, well, congratulations. I'm proud of you. Now, how can we go even higher? Oh, you wasn't expecting that, was you? Spirit is always going to require more because we can be more. We never stop growing. We never stop ascending. We never stop going up. So just when we think, oh, I'm at my precipice, I'm at my peak. No, baby, you're not. No, you're not. You might have hit the top of that, but then when you turn, oh, there's a whole nother hill to go up. This mountain doesn't stop. The ascension doesn't stop. If you stop growing, you die. Is that what you want? I don't think so. So, keep growing. My beautiful Earth Soul family, my butterflies in training. And some of my caterpillars. I got you. I got you, my caterpillars. We're going to do this. You're going to get your wings. My concrete roses, my little buds, my little seedlings. Let's do it. Let's go into the spring equinox expecting better for ourselves, expecting high vibrational everything and all the gifts that the universe has in store for us. They're there. That doesn't mean just because you are in the darkness that the sun isn't right there. It's always darkest before dawn. You just got to wait for the sun to come up. The light's right there. The path and tunnel is there. You may be in the deepest part of your darkness. Just like with this season. We're at the ending of winter. But there's a cracking opening. You can feel the warm air starting to come into that cave. The sun is coming up. And the path will be lit up before you. Did you clear the way in that darkness so you can walk right through and get to that sunshine? If not, let's get to it. You got some time. All right, guys. I love you so much. I hope you are having a beautiful, high vibrational, just amazing, sunshiny day. And that this message helps someone and that you are ready to take this path of enlightenment, of higher being. I love you so much. And if you have anything that you need to say to me, just reach out. Reach out. I got you, Earth Soul family. Or I wouldn't have started this channel, even though Spirit forced me to do it. But I did it. Obedience. Because we don't want what? Tower moments. I love you guys. Have a great, great day.